Hello everyone, my name is Satyam Shankar and you are watching the fourth video of the CSS GRIDS series. Till now you have learned about how to make layout with CSS Grid, but in this video we will learn how to make the layout responsive. So stay tuned. So if you remember last time we made a layout like this, but the main problem with this layout is that whenever we change the size, let's say this is a mobile, this is a tablet and this is a laptop, the layout looks exactly the same, but we want a layout like this. Like it should look on a computer like this, like something which is very big, and when we size it to a tablet it should look like this, because tablet is not much big, and when we size it much more to a mobile it should look something like this. So it will be a very good responsive website it will make for us. So to learn this we have two methods, as I told you last time. We The first method we had of grid template columns and grid area, grid row and grid columns, and the second method of grid area. So for making responsive also we have these two methods only. So first of all, in this video we will learn about how to make responsive with grid area, and in the next videos we will learn about how to make it responsive using grid row and grid column. So let's begin now. If you remember last time we assigned a specific grid area for each of our child items, like header for header, S bar for sidebar. Now using the same property, grid template areas, and using the media queries, in this video we will learn how to make this responsive. First of all, I will make a media query for a tablet. Let's say I want my tablet to have a max width of, I want, let's say, 1000 pixels. So basically, if you do not know what is a media query is used to set up how will certain items of our web page will display when the size of our viewport gets changed. So in this I've written that when the maximum width of my viewport becomes 1000 pixels, I want these things to happen, which the things which I will mention in my brackets. So basically now I will show you. So when I want, uh, let's make it 1200 pixels. So basically I want my width to be 1200 pixels. Then I want to display my layout like this. You can see that there's a huge difference between, I want my header to take up the whole first row, I want my navigation to take up the whole second row. In the third row, you can see this first change. In the second row and in the third row, I want my sidebar to take up the first column and my main to take up the last two columns. And the last row also, I want my ads to take up the first column and my footers to take up the last two columns. Now, if you remember, we can easily set this layout using media queries and grid area. So now, as you know that last time you did hear about grid area. First of all, grid template areas. Now what do I want? In my first row, I want only header. Sorry. Oh, you can see that this was a mistake from my side. First, you have to mention the container, like which property you need to change. So I want to change the grid template areas of my grid template areas of my container item. So let's say in my first row I want header and header. Then let's move on the second one. I want here navigation and navigation. The next one I want S bar, main, main, and last one I want ads. I want ads, footer, and footer. So see the beauty now. It's all done. As you can see that we have got the exact same layout as we wanted here. So now as you can see that we have got the exact same layout like this one. There's no difference. Now the next thing that I want here is to change my layout when I get a device of a more smaller width like this one. This is mainly for a mobile phone. I want all my items to take up each row each. With I want this time I want only one column with 6 rows. I hope that it is clear now. So again we have to make a media query. Now this is, you can pause the video and try to make a media query for 800 pixels. So now let's make it together. So max width of, I want 800 pixels, and this time also I want my container item to change. Now if we do the same thing as the last time, we will not get the layout we want, because last time we had 4 rows and 3 columns, and this time we have 6 rows and a single column. Now how would we do that? So if you remember, we learned a function known as grid template rows, and now here also we will use it here. So I would rearrange my rows. I want this time I want 6 rows. So let's say you can see that my first, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth rows are the same size. So let's say I want to give him F1 FR, 1 FR, and the third row has a huge size. So let's say I want to give it 50% of the available size, 50%, and the next 1 FR, 1 FR, and 1 FR. So now this time I have 6 rows, and now the next thing I want is to make a single column. Grid template columns, and let's say I want only a single column of width 100%. Oh, I can see that we have got something. We have literally got something, and I'll show you what did we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of our items will come as we finish the media query. So let's start. Okay, so now I will again set the grid template areas function, and now this time I want one item in each row. So in my first row, literally I want my header item to be there. So header, oh very header. Now in the next row I have now nothing more than my navigation. In the third biggest row, fatty though, I want my main item. In the next row I want my S bar to be there. In the next row I want my ads to be there, and last but not least I want my footer to be there. Did I get all those? Congratulations, guys, we have got that. And now, as you can see, that whenever I try to resize, we are really getting what did we want. So, thank you, guys. I hope you have learned something from this video. And if you think that you have learned something from this video, please subscribe our channel. And in the next video, we will learn how to make this same responsiveness using CSS grid columns and CSS grid row only, without the using of grid areas. So thank you guys for watching this video.